Welcome everyone to the 122nd edition of Master Mike's Wrestling Paradise. I'm your host, Master Mike Ambrose, and obviously I want to start the show off with the Raw review. Obviously, I told you early on I was going to do the show, so here I am now, before we were talking about the Celtics this morning, but let's start with wrestling. We got Raw from last night. A lot of big stuff came out last night. I got a whole slew of stuff here, but let's just start off with one of the big things. Drew McInytre quits. Actually, first, let's talk about Seth Rollins coming back. Seth Rollins coming back to fight, to challenge. Seth Rollins comes out. His theme song, Burn It Down. Everybody starts singing it. Comes out. Then Damian Priest comes out. And Seth Rollins challenges Priest for a shot at the World Heavyweight title at Money in the Bank in 3 weeks. Less than 3 weeks. So, should be good. People are into Rollins and Priest. I think Priest did a good job with the title so far. I think a lot of people sometimes get on him, but I think he's done a really good job so far. But speaking of Drew McInytre, he quits. Didn't really quit. We know it's a storyline, but, he's quitting because he's pissed off about CM Punk. He comes out, he goes, I can't do this. I quit. So he walks out, and then, I don't know what's going to happen. He's going to be out for a while. He's going to show up back at Money in the Bank. Who knows? Speaking of Money in the... Alfred Academy had a thing last night where they kind of imploded. Chad Gable, he fights, if I recall, he was fighting, he was fighting, Braun Strowman. He's fighting Braun Strowman, lost. After the match, brings in Alpha Academy, starts yelling at Maxine. Maxine throws the crutch from Maxine then for her left foot, left ankle, whatever, throws it out, the crutch. She's hopping around. She tells her to get out. All of a sudden, Otis comes out, pushes him back. Big pop for Otis. They were building that for months. Otis finally getting some revenge getting his revenge on Gable, because Gable's pushing everybody around. So he does that, and I don't know what's going to happen now. If Gable's going to be bringing the new guy, I think he's going to bring in the Creeds and Ivy Nile. They're going to be the new Alpha Academy. Kind of like Team Angle, Team Gable. So maybe Gable eventually wins the IC title sooner than later. And then we also have the Money in the Bank qualifiers. Speaking of Money in the Bank, we got the qualifiers. We had Io Sky qualify for the women's Money in the Bank, and Jey Uso in the main event qualify for the men's Money in the Bank. There's 6 spots each one. I liked it when it was 8, but I can see why they're doing it at 6. Kind of smaller. Less is more. Maybe think less is more, although I think 8 would have been good, too. Either way, it's good. The Liv and Dom Saga. The Liv and Dom Saga. We have Liv Morgan, of course, and Dominic Mysterio having their little fun. And, it's going there. She was wearing he had a purple vest he always wears, his vest. And all of a sudden, Liv's wearing it during the segments when she went out to, during the Money in the Bank qualifier. She distracted Zelina Vega, who was in the match. And it was her, Zelina Vega, Kiana James, and Io Sky in the match. And, of course, Io Sky won. But Zelina Vega looked like she was doing some good. And then, all of a sudden, Liv distracts her. And looks like that's going to be a Money in the Bank match. Also, we got, then he gave her back the vest. And, you see in the background, David Priest is seeing it as it's going on. And Liv's putting Dominic's hand on her, You can see Priest notice in the background. Yep, we're going something. It's build up to them getting together and Rhea Ripley coming back, challenging Liv for the title and getting revenge. Highlight of the night. This might have been my highlight. So Bron Breakker and Sheamus fought. It was like a back and forth match. Ludwig Kaiser shows up in the game, in the ring, and distracts him, causes a DQ for both. Throws the match out. It was a good match. Physical, of course. Sheamus always physical, and Bron Breakker's always good. Bron Breakker, there was a scene where he almost on the ropes with the Hurricane Rana. It kind of, luckily, they caught it. They were okay. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Bron Breakker. So after the match, Ludwig Kaiser is running around. No, Ludwig Kaiser beats down Sheamus, sets up a thing. Sets up Sheamus' head up against the steel steps. Because he always does a thing where runs around the ring and a half thing, and he runs around, and then he, like, kicks the guy right in. He's done it before to different guys. It's pretty impressive. So then, as this is going on, Ludwig Kaiser starts to run. He's going to hit Sheamus. On the other side of the ring, running around, is Bron Breakker. Now, he looks like he's running. And Bron Breakker runs a 4-4 real fast. He's fast as they come. Real great athlete, obviously. He comes around as Ludwig Kaiser's about to do his move on Sheamus. All of a sudden, Bron Breakker comes in, wham! Spears Ludwig Kaiser to the ground. It was something to see. Damn, Bron Breakker's a heel, but he's going to go with a big baby face. That guy is a freak. Well, he just goes to Steiner. He's Rick Steiner's son. He's Scott Steiner's nephew. Steiner Brothers, one of the greatest tag teams of all time. They were badasses. Go look up on YouTube. Say Scott Steiner Brothers match. They're incredible. They were great athletes, great wrestlers, great tag team. They're on my top tag teams of all time, the Steiners. But yeah, it's like, that was great. So you saw the clip. Ludwig kind of run around. Bron Breakker's like, nuh-uh, boom. Spears Kaiser to the ground. But during the match, Bron Breakker does like a clothesline onto Sheamus, I believe. He doesn't move onto Sheamus. I have to go back and watch it. He shit Sheamus is up on the ring announce table. He doesn't move on him. We gotta go back and watch it. It's something. Obviously, they're grooming Bron Breakker for a big push, getting him ready. Could be the guy that carries the company in the next few years, without a doubt. Closing the show, we saw Jey Uso obviously close the show at the end of the night, and he became the first guy to qualify for the men's Money in the Bank. And after the match, the lights go out, everything's going out, and all of a sudden, we see like strange images. So obviously, it's Uncle Hout, the Wyatt Six, Bray Wyatt, late Bray Wyatt, he had a thing he was working on, and that was come back to fruition. We had Nikki Cross as like the female in the group, and then there were like scenes in the back of like everybody getting laid out. And it's, obviously it's Eric Rowan and Joe Gacy, Dexter Lumis, and of course Bo Dallas, who's the brother to Bray Wyatt. Winter Rotunda, of course, was Bray Wyatt's real name, and Taylor Rotunda is Bo Dallas. He goes, we're here, so they call it the Wyatt 6 or Wyatt 5, and so that's going to be a group, and let me see how they work, because at times Bray Wyatt, they say, he could do crazy stuff, and looks out of control. It kind of could get off the rails on what he was doing at times. I mean, it sold a lot of merchandise. This will sell a lot of merchandise, no doubt, but it's how they protect it. You can't have them, beat everybody on the roster. You have to go with, certain people, or keep them as, a special attraction like they do with Undertaker at times. Don't have them, beat on guys that, you're pushing big time. And, and obviously you build up the storylines. I mean, I don't know what they're going to do with this, because kind of a weird situation. No, I mean, not weird. It's just a unique situation thing, what they're going to happen. I think you could have, they have tag team. It looks like Rowan and Lumis are going to be a tag team. I thought maybe Lumis and Gacy could be a team. Maybe Gacy, I don't know. Because it looks like Bo Dallas and Nikki Cross are going to be obviously solo. And obviously Nikki Cross can be, obviously going to be solo because there's no one to team up with, so she's there. And so that's that for Raw. A lot of stuff happened on Raw. NXT tonight, the main thing is kicking off the show, 25-man battle royal for a shot at the NXT title. Obviously held by Trick Williams. And Cody Rhodes last week said, watch out, there could be some people that might show up that from other locker rooms could be there. So they're teasing people from NXT. I kind of hope it's a couple of guys. I hope Josh Bailey, no, not Josh Bailey, Josh Alexander, Speedball Mike Bailey, Joe Henry, who's a cult favorite, shows up because his song, I Believe in Joe Henry. You see the thing. It's kind of, he's like a cult guy, hero type. And you also have, there's a couple of other guys that can show. I wish Eddie Edwards would show up. I'm a big fan of his. Obviously, he's a local guy. And also, maybe they'll have another, trying to think what's another guy you could have. There's a lot of talent there. Trey Miguel, obviously him and and Zachary Wentz, the Rascals, and Wes Lee's in NXT. Obviously, maybe they can bring back Zachary Wentz, obviously known as Nash Carter. Him and you could, MSK, they were a great group. So maybe they could bring them in. But yeah, I hope it's like Alexander, Bailey, Henry, and Eddie Edwards as like the 4 guys that show up in the match. There's 25 guys, and obviously, well, there might be guys from Raw and NXT SmackDown too. I mean, there's like a lot of guys on that NXT roster. I think it's got about the other 25 there. So some guys are out, some guys are champions. So I don't know, can't put them in. I don't think Femi's going to be in it, even though he's technically the number 1 kid who's the men's North American champion. He could show up and win, but I don't know if they're ready for that. They want to do that yet. Yes, Stanley Cup Finals could be overtime, just like with the NBA Finals. I say the Panthers can clinch tonight. I predict that they will. They're in Sunrise. They're in their home turf. And speaking of which, I heard that the Boston Celtics went down to Miami. Speaking of which, South Florida and stuff. So, and I know Jason Taylor went to school with Matthew Tkachuk. Maybe he's going to see the game with him. Maybe they're going to see it. So, yeah, they're down there. And I think, like I said before, Panthers should win tonight. And then they're that with sports for a while. I mean, they get baseball and then football coming up, training camp. That should be pretty exciting in a couple months. Well, kind of slow with sports. There's baseball, kind of slow. But then you get training camp for football next month. Always interesting. Hopefully, we'll see if Drake May stands to start the year eventually. Oh, and also, 2 killed WCW today, episode 3. A lot of focus on Vince Russo coming in, and I'll do a show about that. That should be fun. bro. Someone who's saying bro every couple minutes. He'll put his thing on it, what he thinks is, he thought he was doing, and, he told that second run there at the end of WWE, he didn't know what he was doing, I don't think. All right, that's that. I'll be seeing with you. Take care. I'll do another show tomorrow. Look out for Who Killed WCW episode tomorrow. Tomorrow someday during the evening. All right, take care. Have a good day. Bye-bye.